Gigantic hammer, Master Zhao gets so afraid, as he realizes that the mysterious person is a Soul Grand Master. This man is so furious on how Master Zhao was oppressing Tang San and the other kids during the fight, and really wants to teach him a lesson. Suddenly, the dean of the school appears, and we find out that the dean of the school has a beast soul in form of an owl, whose martial soul exceeded level 78. The dean of the school recognizes this strange man to be Tang Hao and humbly questions him on why he wants to hurt his school staff, Master Zhao, and is even ready to apologize on the behalf on Master Zhao concerning any crime he committed. But Tang Hao was not specific in the reasons and warns the dean of the school to stay out of the way, or he might also get hurt. The dean of the school, who knows Tang Hao is very powerful because he is a Soul Grand Master, decided to step out of the way. Tang Hao tells Master Zhao that he will not use his soul powers, and if Master Zhao could dare to withstand his attacks for 1 hour, he will leave immediately. But if he doesn't, there is something Master Zhao has to do for him. Instantly, Tang Hao attacks Master Zhao with full force and started to beat him up mercilessly, without him able to even land a punch, while the dean of the school is left with no choice but to only watch Master Zhao to receive the beating of his life. Funny enough, Master Zhao begins to thank Tang Hao for sparing his life, who later leaves them, without saying a word. 2 days after the fight with Master Zhao, Tang San finally wakes up from unconsciousness, and we see a student who has been watching him day and night called Oscar, who is otherwise known as Uncle Sausage, because his martial soul is based on food, with a soul power of level 29. We find out that Uncle Sausage and Tang San are now roommates. He praises and adores Tang San, because he is the only one who has ever summoned the courage to fight with Master Zhao all by himself. Tang San is really worried about Xiao Wu's whereabouts, but Uncle Sausage assures him that she's perfectly okay, and now shares a room with a girl he likes, Ning Rong Rong. Upon hearing about Xiao Wu's safety, Tang San is relieved, and goes back to bed. Later that evening, Tang San goes to the place where his battle between Master Zhao and him was held, and started to pick up all the poisonous needles he used in the fight. He knows how incredible Master Zhao's defense is, but the only disadvantage was that Master Zhao wasn't fast enough. If not, Tang San would have really lost that fight. Tang San tries to figure out on a way to produce machinery secret weapons, so he can be fully prepared, in case he faces such powerful opponents once again, just like Master Zhao. But unfortunately, getting the materials required to make these weapons will be really difficult for him, so all he has to do is to keep training himself harder, and wait for a better opportunity. The next morning, Tang San meets with Uncle Sausage, because he wants to know the room Xiao Wu is lodging, and also demanded to know the location. Uncle Sausage gives him the directions, which is about 30 meters away, but reminds Tang San concerning the specified school rules that says, male students aren't allowed to go inside the female students' dormitory. When Tang San arrives at Xiao Wu's room, he suddenly hesitated for a second to see her, but suddenly, Xiao Wu opens the door, and tells Tang San not to make a noise, because her roommate Ning Rong Rong is still training, and takes him to a different location, so they can have their conversation. On their way, they come across a guy called Jun Hong, who couldn't accept the sudden breakup from his girlfriend. Tang San and Xiao Wu, who believes the fat guy might be abusing the girl, decided to intervene to know what is really going on. But Jun Hong gets furious because they weren't minding their business, and warns them to leave, or they will face his wrath. But Tang San just started attacking the guy, who suddenly dodges it so easily, making Tang San to realize that this fat guy has a similar soul powers with him. The moment he feels they are just underestimating him because of his looks, Jun Hong suddenly unleashes his soul powers, which turns out to be a beast's soul that appeared in the form of a huge phoenix, which made Tang San to recall when his master told him that, among all the powerful soul beasts in the universe, the phoenix is one of them, which is also called the seven-color bird, that does not only gives the owner the ability to fly, but it also has strong fire attacking powers. Unexpectedly, Jun Hong uses his powers to cause an explosion, but luckily for Tang San, he used his blue-silver plant to protect himself. Furiously, Xiao Wu goes to attack Jun Hong, who almost killed them, but as Jun Hong was about to throw a fire blast which could really hurt her, he suddenly decided to restrain himself, as he believes this girl is really too beautiful to be killed. But this choice also gives Xiao Wu a chance to unleash her rabbit techniques, making her to land a very powerful kick, sending Jun Hong flinging in the air. Angrily, Jun Hong manages to still get back on his feet, and as another fight was about to begin between the both of them, that was how this episode ended. Next episode begins as Xiao Wu and Jun Hong was about to engage in another fight, but Senior Mu Bei appears from nowhere and stops the commotion. He tells Tang San that Jun Hong shouldn't be disrespected because he is one of the strongest soul master in the school and should never be taken for granted because of his looks. People from his town were born with poultry type of martial soul without attack ability, but Jun Hong is the most special among them all, because when he was born, they found out that his martial soul was mutated, which gave him the ability to control flames that is adhesive, and hard to put off. Senior Mubei also explains that Junhong martial soul has a flaw. If Junhong should ever get really angry, he might mistakenly burn up everybody around him in the process. After a long day talk, he takes them to the cafeteria to have a meal, and also introduces the other new students to Junhong. Suddenly, the dean of the school arrives for their orientation. Tang San is really surprised, because this was the man he saw at the library the other time, and now he turns out to be the founder of the Shrek School. The dean welcomes Tang San, Xiao Wu, Ning Rong Rong, and Ju Qing, who were newly admitted into the academy. After strictly reminding them concerning the rules of the school, he started to train them by firstly teaching them on how to escape situations that is beyond their control, and tells Uncle Sausage and Ning Rong to jog around the school compound 20 times. Ning Rong gets furious because of this, as she believes the dean thinks of her as a joke, and even boldly started to disrespect the dean, because she came from one of the most powerful tribes in the land called the Kuaibao Ember tribe, and due to this, she can do what she wants. But no matter who she is or where she came from, the dean of the school doesn't give a damn, as he reminded her that, as long as this school is concerned, he is the center of authority. Since she cannot obey whatever he says, he tells her to back her load and leave the school premises. We see Ning Rong crying like a little baby as she leaves. This shows how dominant the dean of the school is. Later that evening, he takes the rest of the students into the city for their trainings, and reveals the location of the place they are going to train called the Soul Arena. Since they are all extraordinary soul masters, they must train like one. A soul arena is a place where powerful soul masters engage in a very intensive combat, and where gamblers make their bets. The dean of the school believes this will be the best platform to improve their actual combat experience. At the Soul Arena, even if you are a successor of the royal family, you will have to face the situation of life and death. The dean tells them that after their registration into the Soul Arena, they will all receive an Iron Soul badge. 1 point for every match they win, and for every loss, they will lose a point. And if they manage to get 100 points, it will advance them to the Bronze Battle Soul. The dean really wants each of them to at least get a Silver Soul badge before they graduate. Immediately, they headed into the arena to make their registration. On their way, Senior Mubei explains that there are 8 rank of badges, which from the smallest is Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Purple, Gold, Sapphire, Ruby, and finally the biggest badge, Diamond. He tells them that the battles in the arena are of 3 types, called the Normal Battle, Death Battle, and the Gambling Battle. The last 2 battles might cost their lives, so he suggested that they should all go for the Normal Battle, so their capabilities can be tested. After Xiao Wu and Tang San made their registration, they formed their group name called the San Wu. Inside the Soul Arena, we see the well-dressed commentators, and we also see a large number of people who came to watch and gamble in the fight. According to the commentator, the first one-on-one battle for the night is Xiao Wu, as he introduces her to the crowd who came to watch, that she has a beast soul of a jade rabbit, and she is to fight a soul master called Qing Bao, who has the soul beast of an iron horn bull. When the entire crowd saw Xiao Wu, they started to make fun of her because she looks weak, and she's just a little girl. And that was how this episode ended. In the next episode, the fight between Xiao Wu and Qing Bao begins. Qing Bao uses his Iron Bull Beast Soul, and as he runs towards Xiao Wu with full force, she dodges his blows effortlessly, and suddenly unleashes her first soul skill, which is called the Arched Body, giving her the proficiency to land a very brutal kick on the huge man. At this moment, Xiao Wu was as fast as the speed of light, and the guy wasn't even getting a chance to fight back. After numerous kicks on the guy's body, she finishes him with one final kick. We see a huge shock on the crowd faces, because it was so unbelievable for a little girl like Xiao Wu to defeat such a huge and powerful guy like Qing Bao. Xiao Wu is declared as the winner of the match, and everyone applauded her, and at that instant, she gained so many fans. The next fight is Tang San versus Ju Qing. When Tang San was about to enter the tournament, Senior Mubei gives him a sign, telling him to take it easy on Ju Qing, because he has a soft spot for her. As we all know, Tang San has the blue-silver plant, while as for Ju Qing, she has the soul of a cat. Immediately the fight started, Tang San tries to use the blue-silver plant to trap Ju Qing, but it wasn't as easy as it thought, because Ju Qing was also really fast. When Tang San realizes that the fight was getting really tough than he imagined, he extended his blue-silver plant to a really bigger size, so that no matter how fast she is, she won't be able to escape. Her speed was really so impressive, but Tang San finally succeeded in trapping her with his blue-silver plant, making her to give up on the fight, and admitting her defeat to Tang San. The next round is a 2-on-2 match. Xiao Wu and Tang San were being called out to face a notorious group called the Iron Blood. One of them is called the Iron Dragon, and the other is called the Iron Tiger. Looking at how confident they were, Tang San knows that they were an easy opponent. But to end the fight in a smart way, Xiao Wu uses her speed to launch an attack on them, and when they were finally distracted in her attacks, Tang San uses the opportunity to unleash his blue-silver plant on them, which traps them, making them the winner of the match. And that was how this episode ended. The next episode begins with when we see Senior Mu Bei scolding Ning Rong because she refused to leave the school after she was expelled by the dean for her arrogant attitude. Senior Mu Bei tells her that everyone might be afraid of you because you came from the most powerful tribe, the Kuaibao Amber tribe. But he is not. He warns her for the last time to leave, or he will hurt her, but she only kept on being a jerk. Angrily, he blasted a powerful energy which throws her away. And as he was about to teach her a lesson for her rudeness, Tang San appeals to him to stop. When Mu Bei left, we get to see the evil side of Ning Rong, as she told Tang San to kill Senior Mu Bei, and in exchange, she will make him the most honored guest in the Kuaibao Amber tribe, and even give him thousands of gold coins. But Tang San rejected her offer, telling her that money and power can't exchange anything in this world, and advises her to leave the school premises as she was instructed, or she will be harmed. Even Uncle Sausage, who has a crush on her, truthfully tells her that he really liked her when she first arrived. But because of her attitude, he now really dislikes her. He tells her that if she doesn't change her character, she will never have any friends. Immediately Ning Rong hears those words, she sat on the floor and cried throughout the night. The next morning Ning Rong returns to the school compound, feeling sorry for what she has done, and humbly apologizes to the school dean about her attitude. Now for their next training, the dean orders them to head into the forest, to help Uncle Sausage to get his third soul ring, because he recently reached level 30 soul powers. After a long day training, they all went to the cafeteria to have a meal, but suddenly, some arrogant students from another school called the Cane Hui School arrived at the restaurant to have a meal. They were accompanied by their teacher, and as soon as he notices Senior Mu Bei and his group who are from the Shrek Academy, they decided to look for trouble so they can showcase their powers to everyone. The teacher sends one of his students who was about to land a kick on Senior Mu Bei, but he was pushed away as if he was nothing. This provokes their teacher, who orders all his students to attack Senior Mu Bei group. But Xiao Wu comes out and uses her speed to finish off all 6 of the boys at once. While as for Tang San, Jun Hong, and Senior Mu Bei, they decided to fight the Cane Hui school teacher. The teacher unleashes his martial soul powers, which turns out to be a black turtle beast soul. He is about to fight them, but as soon as the restaurant workers begs him not to fight in their shop, he tells them all to meet him outside, so they can continue their fight. Tang San tells his group that since he has a martial soul of a turtle, that means he will have a very strong defense, but at the same time his attacks will be very weak, making Tang San really confident that they can win the fight. According to their plan, since Zhu Qing, Xiao Wu, Senior Mu Bei, and Tang San are really fast, they can be able to pin the Cane Hui school teacher down to the ground. And since the teacher Black Turtle soul powers corresponds with water, Jun Hong, who has the Phoenix Fire, can be able to restrain it. Water retrains fire, vice versa, fire also retrains water. While Uncle Sausage will also assist Jun Hong. But for some reasons, Tang San excluded Ning Rong from the fight, but Uncle Sausage tells her not to feel bad, that if she really wants to get recognition, she must prove it with her actions. As soon as the fight started, they all started to attack the Cane Hui school teacher from different directions, using their speed. Jun Hong unleashes his flames on the Cane Hui teacher, while Tang San is attempting to use his blue-silver plant to trap him. Zhu Qing and Senior Mu Bei repeatedly tries to land a blow, but unfortunately, Tang San really underestimated this man because his attacking techniques was also too strong. Suddenly, we see Master Zhao once again, who comes from nowhere, and tells his students Senior Mu Bei, Tang San, Zhu Qing, Xiao Wu and Jun Hong to go inside, while he faces the Cane Hui school teacher by himself for harassing his students. We see Tang San and the rest of them peeping through the door, as they really wanted to watch the fierce battle between the 2 strongest teachers in history. We see Master Zhao smiling confidently, while the Cane Hui school teacher unleashes his martial soul powers. What shocks us in this fight is that Master Zhao didn't really need his martial soul to beat this man, as he kept on giving the grown-up man numerous slaps like a little kid. In fact, he turned the teacher into a punching bag, as Get kept on landing blows on the man effortlessly for fun, and finishes him with one final kick, which shocks the students from the Cane Hui school. The next day, according to the dean instructions, Master Zhao takes the students inside the forest to hunt down a soul beast. The forest is called the Stardow, which is known as the greatest forest for rearing a soul beast, and even has the most dangerous soul beast called Millennium, or Decade Millennium Soul Beast, which might attack them any moment from now, and advises them that as they walk into the forest, they must always stay 20 meters close to him, and should never hunt down any soul beast without his permission. Suddenly, we see a gigantic creature that awakens, because it heard a noise inside the forest, and started to trace down the sound. On the other hand, as Tang San and the rest of them were searching the whole forest, they hear a sound of a soul beast and quickly went into hiding. The soul beast was heading towards their direction with full speed, and as Ju Qing jumps on the tree to check, she describes the beast as a flying snake, which has a red crown on its head, with a tail shaped like a fan. By the descriptions, Master Zhao was able to tell that's the phoenix tail